Hi folks, and welcome to the next edition of our wee Fireside informative videos. Today we have the excellent Fuzz Gigolo, ladies and gentlemen. Delighted that the lads have come out here to spend some time with us here in Fireside HQ. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce the band.
Fran Thornton, lead vocals.
Emmett, Fallon, guitar.
Colin Murray, bass.
Maria Clarke, vocals.
Sinead, Bellew, vocals.
Excellent.
Not with us, unfortunately, sorry Brian, not with us is Anthony Kieran's drums.
Ants on drums, not forgetting Ants on drums.
Too colourful all this,
So guys, the band were formed in 2014 and I've seen you guys lots and lots of times and I just want you to explain to our viewers today your influences and where that electric stage presence comes from.
Okay, well my own influences would be too hard just to pin down around a few. It's absolutely everything. I have a collage from the heaviest of rock music to the heaviest of classical, I suppose, and that's absolutely everything in between. I've never been genreized. I've listened to absolutely everything. And I tell you now, when you actually talk now, the older you get, you reflect more, and I only realise that what has sort of come out. You know, I'd have a lot of influences from the 70s.
Yeah.
You know, I really would. And I'm only kind of realising that sort of in the last few years. Do you know what I mean? Bands like The Sweet and all that sort of stuff that nobody even talks about anymore.
And
stuff like that.
if kind of certain interviews do put you into a category, like I mean, everybody sees that kind of beautiful South vibe and about you guys. Do you mind that? Is that something that you kind of say, oh no, hold on a second.
We're proud of that.
Really?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, anybody. I mean, we're all beautiful South fans.
Yeah, we
you know,
listened to
had
it on the car on the way here.
I was. Emma, turn off that vocal set.
No, you are now. You're an honorary member.
No, we don't. We just. I suppose we're just really glad that, you know, if somebody has anything to say, but that's a compliment.
Exactly.
You know, if somebody finds something in us, we'll wear that badge. Absolutely no bother, and absolutely.
And ladies, what about your own kind of personal musical influences? What's your background? Or?
Do you want to go personally?
Well, I've been singing for years with my father, and you know, various different choirs and different things. But I would have a huge leaning towards strong singers such as Annie Lennox,
very good,
you know, and Alison Moyet and Alison Krauss. So it's all across the
very
genre of
voices.
American country rock to Irish Mary Black to you know, even Skin from Skunk and Nancy.
What a sound.
A huge rounded strong sound is what I'm always after.
Maria.
And that does it for me.
Yeah, all of those singers. Actually, Alison Krauss, I used to do a version of a few of the songs with Geary Rogers.
Yeah.
Hello, Jerry. And,
Hi, Jerry.
Never misses a trick to get
No.
Jerry,
never mentioned me in your interview.
Jerry, I didn't forget your name. Do you know what I mean?
And this is Emmett.
There's Emmett.
Yeah, Fallon, no.
Oh, no,
We can't make an interview without mentioning the legend that is Jerry Rogers.
Yeah, so I absolutely love like Aretha Franklin and you know, Sade and just rock music, trad music, because Shano singing have a gold medal for the Fla.
Very good.
Representing Meath. There you go. McCanny's from Meath, you see.
And lads, your own guitar playing and bass playing. I mean, who did you listen to, Colin, when you were younger? Rush. Excellent. Yeah. Deadly. I wonder would Ants listen to Neil Peart as much as Colin listens to.
Oh, absolutely.
I would say so.
Absolutely.
Yeah, when you're in a
I'd
room
say
with two of them,
so.
they're always playing it.
Yeah.
And your own guitar playing, Emmett.
Very guitar heavy, obviously, but like musical influence, a lot like Fran. It's hard to pin it down to any one thing. I really mean anything. I started off listening. The first artist I was obsessed with was Michael Jackson.
Right.
And then things like Chris Seymour. But then once I started playing guitar, it became very guitar heavy. Like Stevie Ray Vaughan, Larry Carlton, John Williams, Andrea Segovia, any guitar player. Do you know what I mean?
Some choir names. I tell you.
Yeah.
It's what you don't. It traces the world. Nothing about it, but it's something unlike you. Too bad it's not perfect yet.
Lads, gigs. Let's get on to gigs. Past, present, and future. I mean, I've seen you, as I said, a good few times, and I know that gigs are what you guys live for. it's kind of what defines you as a band, your live performances. So let's speak a little bit about that.
Well, yeah, I mean, when the band got together, it really got together for one sole purpose, and that was the gig. That was the whole aim, you know. And a lot of us, I suppose, over the years have spent a lot of time like in studios and done an awful lot of work like that. And what Fuzz Gigolo was always emphasis was the gig. And I suppose just quickly, that's why I suppose we never really got as much recording done as we should have, because I think I can honestly say, if ever there was ever there was a band that, you know, I don't mean that ran away from the opportunity, but it was us. We'd book like a recording session, gigs would come in. Now we'd say, no, we're definitely not doing any gigs, and we're going to book this, and we're going to get this done. Gigs come in and go, So I suppose, we were a gigging band, and you know, we've done so many shows in the short time. Obviously, we missed out on COVID. We also had, you know, 2 years down. We also had sort of a year when we went through that transition.
But it's hard to refuse a chance of a live performance as well.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
it's what promotes you guys.
Yeah, of course. And not that, you know, we always treat every gig, to us, it doesn't matter where it is. You know, we always play like it's our, this is it. You know, big stage, small stage, it doesn't matter where we are, you know. You know, we are a classic rock and roll band. We've got 3 singers, drums, bass, like guitar. We're not complicated. And as we always say, if we turn up, no, but we're not. But if we turn up and the stage is like half on foil, that's what we expect. Yeah. So, but we've had, you know, in that short space of time, because I said we've missed like 3 years, 2 with COVID, and then 1 when we've gone through the transition of actually changing the band. But we've done almost like 170 shows.
Right.
Just a hell of a lot of shows. You know what I mean?
Speaking about the transition, then, so that'll kind of bring us nicely onto our next week topic. About this kind of current lineup, guys. You mentioned COVID, the 2 girls joining then as well. So take us through that.
Well, will I take you through it?
Well, back in 2018, I would have been doing a lot of singing with the trad, and Fuzz Gigolo were playing in the Good Time Cafe. Breffney had to.
That's right,
And I was singing Bridget O'Malley, the on-side.
Did you
Really?
Did you ever hear Maria sing out of Bridget O'Malley?
It's lovely.
Yeah,
You are so
Remind me never to kind of
No, it's good.
I got my gold medal for the flower with that one.
So you said, Maria.
Thank you so much. I want to
deaf.
thank Noelle Bow in Coltis, who taught me the song, because she's an amazing singer, and the song is gorgeous, and they slag it, they love it.
No, but just very quickly, I tell you.
So I met Fran.
When we changed the lineup. You know, we're not getting too much into it. It's just that I suppose, you know, when after 2018, we had a fantastic year in 2018. We've done so many great shows. And capped it all off with Electric Picnic, which is great. It's great to have it on the CV, Brian, you know.
Absolutely.
And then we went into a bit of a transition. So really what happened was we just decided that, you know, the current lineup would just, I suppose, I know this is a terrible word to say, but sort of split. We just go our own way. But the 3 found the members.
Came to the end of the road.
Yeah, came to the end of the road. But the 3 found the members of the band, as myself, Colin and Ant, you know, felt that there was still a lot in us, and we were still as fresh as ever. So we just decided to regroup. Now, I've known Sinead like all my life, so it's Sinead's new to Fuzz Gigolo, but we are certainly not new to each other.
Okay, yeah.
And it's so Maria was relatively new. As I said, we met Maria like in 2018 through various gigs and all that sort of stuff. So, and Maria was traditionally like a trad singer, so she's actually made a huge step up into like a rock.
So many different styles of singing come together really well.
And I suppose the whole like ethos of of Fuzz Gigolo was the Fuzz Gigolo doesn't have like a format, Brian. We're not as rigid as people might often think, because at the end of the day, when the girls came into the band, it wasn't a case of here's what you have to do, or you know, this is how it goes down. It's what you bring to the band. You know, so what do you know? It's I'm not going to. I mean, if you want me to help you, I'm your man. But if you don't, great. So it's very much individual and collectively. I think that's what kind of makes the band.
And
tick.
So, in regards songwriting, then, is it a collective put in, or from everybody? Who's kind of the general boss about the songwriting?
The idea always starts with Fran. Yeah, definitely.
No,
and just to elaborate on that question, how do you come up with these things? Is it life experiences? Is it you know?
It's all life experience. Yeah, everything that I write about, I don't write Alex seriously. I've never actually sat down and thought, I'm going to write a song here
about love,
a situation
or whatever,
about
yeah,
love.
yeah.
It's certainly not about love, because I tell you one thing, from experience.
Here's your partner.
Right. From experience.
Sorry, Jen.
From experience, I absolutely know nothing about love. I can tell you that now. So what it is it's just
You seem to be pretty well qualified to me. Yeah, I think you got this. Yeah, you got this. Yeah, you got this.
No, all Fuzz Gigolo, you know, one thing we say is that you can take the lyrics literally, but not seriously.
Yeah.
It's all tongue in cheek, and it is just a collective of tongue in cheek, you know, ideas, and that's why I mean I would write down. I'd be more inclined to write down a saying or something funny you said, as to oppose a story that you
and use it as a lick.
and use it as a lick.
When we started
you know.
learning the songs, like the two of us, we like it started like a love kind of theme, and then all of a sudden something funny happens, like she's getting blown up or something.
And,
it's
and
gas,
actually,
like,
on that point, Brian, we've been invited from the get-go to very much bring our influences to the band. Like Fran basically said, you bring your sound, be that, you know, with Emmett with the guitar, or
Free
Maria
rein,
has a
like,
particular sound, I have a particular sound, and Fran has openly invited us, and what it's done is develop the songs now. So they're all original, the songs are there, some of them newer, some of them older, but there's a fresh new sound now, and that's pretty unique.
Absolutely.
That's pretty unique.
The two of us, when we joined first, like Sinead used to come out to my house, or I'd go out to Sinead's house, and we'd learn the songs together. She even brought out her little dog. Do you remember when he was
little
I thought she was bringing a cat. This little thing came, and I said, "Should you bring a cat with you?"
No,
her little dog.
Her doll.
So the two of us used to, you know, rehearse in the kitchen and all, and we two of us would be going, "What ways do you want to do that?" And she said, "Do whatever we want." So the two of us be like trying to, you know.
Well, I think that lads too, because I think that when you watch them on stage, you know, they're moving very freely. They're moving to their own shape and to their own rhythm and to their own time. And
it's not
their colour grooves, around there are moves.
Yeah, it's not contrived and stiff and angular. It's what's in each one of us, and we're allowed to bring that to the
music just
table.
makes you want to dance, you know. So we were saying that before, even at rehearsal, like the minute we start the first song, we're dancing. It's like we're doing a gig.
Yeah.
How did you feel then about the back catalogue then, and learning it, and as opposed to creating then the new stuff, Emmett?
I found it fine, if I'm honest. The best thing about it was I didn't hear anything that came before.
So it was
I
all
came
new.
fresh into the room and I
all
worked
new.
off what Duxy and Ants were playing.
Okay.
And if something needed to be said from time to time, it was said. But I didn't go and listen to the back catalogue.
Yeah.
So it was fresh for me. Like, it was just whatever I came up with. Like,
Very good, very good. And you've added then your own twist to it
so,
then
yeah,
as well.
Yeah. Have you? Oh.
Well, that's what I was trying to say. Fran gives us the freedom to do whatever we want, as long as it's what Fran wants.
No.
You can do it my way.
I swear to God, like Brian, you've played in bands. I know you have, and I swear to God, I know they're only having it. They're only having it like a bit of crack.
No, we're not.
But Fuzz Gigolo to me is very much a band. That's what it is. We want to be in a band. We want to be in a band together. I don't want, I don't mean but none of us want the other members unhappy or out of place.
There has to be camaraderie.
Tricky. There has to be camaraderie, and it has to be, your department. And I mean, if you've got Emmett coming up to me saying that's my solo, I think that's great. I mean, one way to tell him that it's not.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, however, I will say.
There's always
one thing that I do like. I remember seeing an interview with Phil Collins. I made this really quick. I thought it was absolutely great. And the guy said to him, because he plays all the stuff on his albums and all that stuff. And the guy said, like, why would you put yourself to the bother of doing all this when you're Phil Collins? You know everybody. Fellas be running in the door only to play with you. And he said, well, it's a bit like this. How do you tell Eric Clapton, Eric, listen, that's great, but
see that note?
So there you go.
Okay, guys. We will touch on the new single, guys. Terms and Conditions. Absolutely fantastic song.
Thank you.
And
we're very proud of it.
And you should be.
Rightly so.
Where are we with that at the moment?
It's doing great at the moment.
Friday was a big cool.
Yeah, it's getting an awful lot of airplay. Tony Ainscoe from Nova. Has really taken a look into the songs.
Thank you so much,
Tony. And we just can't say enough, because you really did give us a serious plug the other night. I mean, we were taken back now by how much he was
really behind the song and behind the band.
And of course, Paddy Mac in Dundalk FM. You're
Paddy
just
Mac
a
in Dundalk
star.
FM. Oh yeah, I mean,
We co-hosted the show with you. You'll never forget that day.
I mean, it goes from getting a play from Paddy Mac to an interview with Paddy Mac to co-hosting,
taking over the whole station.
We arrived early and we parked in a spot and went by the window where he actually was. We were waiting and he was like, "This was go around, so we ended up being on the show for an hour and a half.
3 or 4 months time, people were saying, "Paddy who?"
I have to say thank you very, very much to the two girls for mentioning the Fireside Festival.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes,
Well,
we've
the
mentioned
one thing that they do is
opportunity.
they absolutely every opportunity that they have, they always go in with a list of what's coming up straight away and what we really need to push. And they absolutely
we're missing nothing.
And I'm
even in saying that,
I'm sure there's going to be loads more.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Fuzz Gigolo have been with Fireside Festival from day one, and Fran and co, past and present, have been stalwart supporters of what we're trying to do for the local music scene here. So, on behalf of myself and Jen and all the people at Fireside HQ, I really, really want to thank you for the past few years.
Oh, no, it's always been an absolute
Sinead
pleasure.
as well for this year as well for that.
No, we've had some great.
I did it with Geary.
We've had some great.
Okay, last couple of questions then. So this is a question that I want to ask the guys, ladies and gentlemen. My favourite Fuzz Gigolo song would have to be Frankie, and I want to know, is it going to be released as a single in the future?
Absolutely.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yes.
So bonus exclusive, ladies and gentlemen, Frankie will be released as a single in the future. Who knows when? We don't know.
Well, I tell you, we released Terms and Conditions last October. We're going to release a second song in
Very
June.
special song.
That's a secret at the moment. And Frankie will either be third or fourth, for
Excellent.
sure. Yeah,
well, we very much look forward to that, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, and last but not least, gigs coming up, folks. Plug yourselves. Go ahead.
Okay, well, you can.
Okay, the Wild Duck is the.
What a venue!
It's amazing
Great venue.
spot.
The stage is class. I love it.
And we're supporting Dermot Lambert, who's amazing. He was the front man of Blink, and he is doing a map of the universe for Blink's album on the 8th of May at 4 o'clock in the Wild Duck.
So we're doing
and
sports for
Cloud Yeller as well are with us.
It's an absolute privilege to open up for someone like Dermot, who's I mean, there's not many people that
that's a huge step forward.
There's not many people who've had like a top 20 hit in the USA. You know what I mean? So it's absolutely great, and he's been a huge supporter of the band, as you probably know, over the years. And we just can't say enough about.
It's amazing. It was such a small world. My brother in Dublin, like that's where I'm from. You can probably know. My house. I'm living 20 years. They still won't accept me. My brother was best friends with the drummer of Blink, Bar Campbell. Only lives around the corner from me, Low Bar. And so it's just such a small world that I meet Dermot later on when Fran was with Fuzz Gigolo in the Spirit Star they were playing. And Dermot has done so much for us, like with all the projects we've been involved, especially
Garage
during lockdown. Dermot got us involved in the virtual lockdown tour.
Very good.
Which was fantastic.
While
everybody was in lockdown, we were still playing venues like the Sound House, the Spirit Store, stuff like that. Okay, granted, to nobody. But still,
your online activity has to be as important.
It was great. Yeah, we do your own gig coming up. You see, also too, we have gigs later on in the year. The reason why we've kind of cut this gap is because we do have this single, and we're still in the plans of launching that single and doing all that sort of stuff. So we've got yourself, we've got. So
the Fireside, I'm really like.
We played the Draw the Pride thing as well.
That's right. That's in the
Friday night and all that sort of stuff. And we have a few other. We had a few other.
Gay
no, we do actually
weekend
have.
is going to be amazing because Peter Nugent has just been working so hard, and you probably see there's a promotional video now up on Drogheda LGBT and the Pride Facebook page. So that's going to be amazing. We're in McHugh's on the Friday, and then we're actually going to walk in the parade with you, Peter, now on the Saturday.
Whether you want us to
or not, we're coming. And Phil
Cunningham
said she'd come with us, and Alison maybe.
Sorry.
Hi, Jack. Hi, Jack.
We're absolutely delighted to be here, and we've had great times at the Fireside sessions over the years. Really, really great times.
We had
met some wonderful people.
The networking, I think, is unbelievable.
Yeah. And in fact, believe it or not, I actually teamed up. We had a great moment because I hadn't seen Sinead in a number of years, and we met in. I think it was 2016, was it?
At the
Sinead
Toadstone.
actually,
Sinead
that
was a great year.
Yeah, I arrived in a camper. which I'd only just learned how to drive a massive camper.
That's right.
So don't we really look forward, and we're going to rock the joint, and don't you worry
absolutely.
about that.
Fuzz Gigolo will be on the main stage in the late evening, ladies and gentlemen, at the 2022 Fireside Festival. And a quick mention about tickets. You can get your tickets online. Log on to ticketstop.ie or Revolut your €20 to the number that we're going to put on screen now very, very soon. Thanks very much, Fuzz Gigolo.
Take a look at yourself.